Hey everyone! If you're loving these stories and want the full, uncensored versions, plus exclusive hotter content, come check out my Patreon. For just $4 a month, you get access to over 440 stories, 2 new parts every day, and way spicier, lemony scenes. Every single story is 100% custom and written by me from scratch, often based on your ideas and suggestions. You can even submit prompts and vote on what comes next. This story, along with several recent ones, was picked by a Patreon poll. Link is in the description or pinned comment. Join us and dive in. Enjoy the story. The 4th week without Minato and Kushina stretched the Uzumaki twins' resolve to its limits. What started as innocent temptations had evolved into a web of desire and denial, where every glance, every touch carried the weight of forbidden boundaries. Naruto and Naruko found themselves trapped in a cycle of longing and guilt. The house in Konoha, once a sanctuary of family, now echoed with unspoken confessions and heated whispers. They knew they were playing with fire, but the flames drew them closer each day. Naruto stirred awake to the familiar warmth of Naruko nestled against him. Her arm draped over his chest, her breath steady on his neck. It was a routine now, one that blurred the lines between comfort and craving. He lay still, listening to the village awaken outside, birds chirping, distant shouts of training shinobi. We can't keep doing this, he thought, but his body betrayed him, hardening at her proximity. The guilt gnawed deeper each morning, a reminder of their sibling bond. Naruko opened her eyes slowly, sensing his tension. Morning, she murmured, her voice soft and sleepy. Her long orange hair tickled his skin, and her blue eyes met his with a mix of affection and hesitation. You okay? Yeah, he lied, forcing a smile. Just thinking about the day. Kakashi called for another mission briefing. She nodded, but didn't move away immediately. Instead, she traced lazy circles on his chest with her finger, sending shivers through him. They separated reluctantly, dressing for the day. Breakfast was tense, filled with small talk about jutsu improvements and village gossip. Naruko burned the toast slightly, her mind elsewhere, while Naruto overpoured the tea, spilling it on the table. Clumsy as ever, she teased lightly, but her laugh didn't reach her eyes. The briefing was at the Hokage's office. Tsunade, interim Hokage while Minato was away, assigned Team 7 a B-rank mission, escort a merchant caravan through potentially hostile territory near the border. Rogue ninja sightings, she warned. Stay vigilant. Kakashi nodded, eye crinkling in his perpetual smile. Standard pairs, Naruto with Sakura, Sasuke with Naruko. Move out in an hour. Naruto's stomach twisted again at the pairing. As they prepared, he watched Sasuke help Naruko adjust her gear, his hand lingering on her shoulder a second too long. Back off, team, Naruto muttered under his breath. Sakura noticed his scowl. Jealous again? You know Sasuke-kun's just being helpful. It's not that, Naruto snapped, then softened. Sorry. Just focused. The caravan journey started smoothly, the group traveling through lush forests. Naruto walked beside Sakura, chatting about medical techniques to distract himself. You've gotten really good at healing jutsu, he complimented. Sakura beamed. Thanks. Maybe I can show you sometime. Private lesson? Her tone was flirtatious, her green eyes sparkling. Naruto forced a grin, but his mind was on Naruko up ahead, laughing at something Sasuke said. The Uchiha's stoic demeanor cracked slightly around her, a rare sight that fueled Naruto's unease. Midway, they camped for the night. Tents were pitched, watches assigned. Naruto took first watch with Sakura, while Sasuke and Naruko handled the second. Around the fire, tensions simmered. Sakura leaned close to Naruto. You've been distant lately. Everything okay at home? Yeah, fine, he replied, eyes flicking to Naruko across the flames. She met his gaze, a silent message passing between them. Sasuke, ever observant, commented dryly. You two are acting weird. More than usual. Naruko laughed it off. Twin intuition, You wouldn't get it, Sasuke. But later, during their watch, Sasuke turned to her. Naruto's been glaring at me all day. What's his problem? Naruko hesitated, her cheeks warming. He's protective. Always has been. The night passed uneventfully, but the next day brought action. Ambushed by rogue ninja, 3 of them, masked and armed. Protect the caravan! Kakashi shouted. Chaos erupted. Naruto unleashed a Rasengan, clashing with one attacker, while Sakura provided support healing. Sasuke and Naruto teamed up seamlessly, her chakra chains binding an enemy as he delivered a Chidori strike. In the fray, Naruto took a glancing kunai wound to her arm. Naruko! Naruto yelled, abandoning his fight to rush to her side. I'm fine, she insisted, but he hovered protectively, fending off another attack. Sasuke pulled him back. Focus, Dobe. She's tough. After the battle, as Sakura healed her, Naruto paced anxiously. You scared me, he admitted quietly when they were alone. Naruko touched his arm. I'm okay. But seeing you fight for me like that. Their eyes locked, the adrenaline fueling unspoken desires. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Back in Konoha, debriefing was quick. Tsunade praised them. Good work. Uzumaki synergy at its best. Sakura cornered Naruto afterward. You were reckless today, rushing to Naruko like that. It's sweet, but dangerous. He rubbed his neck. Can't help it. She's family. More than that? Sakura probed gently, her expression a mix of curiosity and hurt. Naruto's heart raced. What? No. Just twins. She didn't press, but the seed of suspicion was planted. Meanwhile, Sasuke walked Naruko home. You and Naruto, if there's something, be careful. Village talk spreads fast. Naruko nodded, unease growing. Thanks, Sasuke. You're a good friend. At home, the doors shut, they collapsed on the couch. Today was intense, Naruto said, pulling her close. Yeah, she agreed, head on his shoulder. But it made me realize. I can't deny this anymore. The way I feel about you, it's not just sibling love. Naruto's breath caught. Me too. But it's wrong. What if someone finds out? Sakura's suspicious, Sasuke too. Naruko lifted her head, eyes searching his. We fight it, or we embrace it. But ignoring it hurts more. The air thickened with possibility. They talked for hours. About their fears, the thrill, the unbreakable twin connection twisted into romance. Tears were shed, hugs exchanged, but resolution evaded them. The next morning, routine resumed, but charged. Naruko woke him with a kiss on the neck, her body pressing fully against his. Good morning, ninja, she whispered playfully, invoking a role play to lighten the mood. Her cheeks flushed pink, blue eyes hazy with early desire. Naruto groaned awake, hands immediately on her waist, pulling her on top. His face reddened, arousal instant, her warmth, her scent driving him wild. You're my captive now, he teased back, flipping her under him in a mock pin. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. But the day brought more external pressure. A casual hangout with friends at the barbecue joint. Ino joined, gossiping. Heard you two are basically living like a couple without parents around. She teased the twins. Naruko choked on her drink. What? No! Ino laughed. Just kidding. But you do everything together. Sakura shot Naruto a look. Sasuke remained silent but watchful. The comments amplified their paranoia. Afternoon training was grueling, Naruto pushing limits with multi-shadow clones, Naruko refining seals. They sparred privately afterward, the physicality a release. In the backyard, they circled each other like opponents. Come at me, enemy ninja. Naruko taunted, role-playing again to channel tension. Her outfit clung with sweat, curves accentuated, cheeks rosy from effort and anticipation. Naruto lunged, pinning her against the wall. "You're mine now," he growled playfully, but voice husky with real desire. Eyes dark, face flushed, he kissed her neck, hands roaming under her top to tease her chest. She moaned, legs wrapping around, pressing against him. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Evenings became confessionals. Under the stars, they shared dreams twisted with reality. If we weren't siblings, Naruko mused. But we are, Naruto replied, holding her hand. Does that change anything? No, she admitted. It makes it stronger. A minor village event, a festival, provided distraction. They attended with the team, games and food stalls buzzing. But amidst crowds, stolen touches, hands brushing, whispers in ears. Sakura pulled Naruto aside during fireworks. I like you, you know. But if your heart's elsewhere. He hesitated, guilt compounding. Sakura, She smiled sadly. It's Naruko, isn't it? The way you look at her. Naruto panicked. No. It's not like that. But her words haunted him. That night, confrontation brewed. Back home, tension exploded into passion. We have to stop, Naruto said, but pulled her close. Naruko nodded, tears in eyes, but kissed him fiercely. One more time, she begged. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Midweek, another mission, solo for each, heightening separation anxiety. Naruto's recon left him brooding, Naruko's patrol stirred loneliness. Reunited, relief fueled intimacy. In the shower, water masking sounds. Miss you, my ninja queen, he role-played, soaping her body sensually. Her skin flushed, eyes misty, guilt from dazed thoughts, but need overwhelming. Hands explored, his cupping her chest, teasing nipples, hers stroking him to full hardness. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. The week culminated in emotional breakthrough. After a heated argument about risks, they confessed fully. I love you, as more than a sister. Me too, Naruto echoed. Boundaries crossed mentally, physically teetering. A letter from parents, returning soon. Urgency spiked. Final night, full role-play scenario, ninja interrogation. Bound playfully, Naruko resisted his touches. Cheeks burning, body aching, taboo amplified desire. He teased mercilessly. Kisses, licks, fingers probing deeply. Confess your love, he demanded huskily. She did, climaxing hard. Switching, she tortured him orally, stroking, until his release. Emotional haze, love eternal, guilt fading slightly. As the chapter closed, boundaries fractured but not broken. The twins stood on the precipice, desires unchecked, external world closing in. The forbidden had become inevitable. The fifth and final week of their parents' absence loomed like a ticking clock over the Uzumaki twins. Naruto and Naruko had crossed so many lines that the boundaries between siblings and lovers had all but dissolved. Their world in Konoha was a whirlwind of ninja duties and hidden passions, but the impending return of Minato and Kushina cast a shadow of urgency. Every moment alone felt precious, every touch a desperate affirmation of their twisted bond. Guilt still lingered, but desire had grown too powerful to deny. This week would be their climax, the full surrender to what they both craved. Naruto's eyes fluttered open to the soft glow of dawn filtering through his window. Naruko was already awake, straddling his waist under the covers, her hands planted on his chest. Her long orange hair cascaded down, framing her flushed face, and her blue eyes burned with a mix of determination and vulnerability. They're coming back soon, she whispered, her voice barely above a breath. A scroll had arrived the night before, Minato and Kushina wrapping up the summit, expected home in days. Naruto's hands instinctively gripped her hips, feeling the warmth through her thin nightshirt. I know, he replied, his voice husky. We have to figure this out. But figuring it out meant confronting the inevitable. Naruko leaned down, pressing her lips to his in a slow, lingering kiss. One last time? Or more? The question hung heavy. Naruto pulled her closer, his resolve crumbling. More, he murmured against her mouth. The house was silent, the village still asleep, granting them this stolen moment. Breakfast was forgotten as they lingered in bed, but duty called. A final team mission was scheduled, a routine patrol near the village borders. Last one before parents are back, Naruto said as they dressed, trying to sound casual. Naruko nodded, tying her ponytail. Yeah. Let's make it count. At the gates, Team 7 assembled. Kakashi was there with his book, Sasuke brooding as usual, Sakura energetic. Simple patrol, Kakashi announced. Scout for any anomalies. Pairs as before. Naruto groaned inwardly at being paired with Sakura again. As they set out, she chatted animatedly. Excited for your parents' return? Must be lonely without them. Lonely? Nah, Naruto replied, forcing a grin. But his eyes strayed to Naruko and Sasuke ahead. Sasuke was demonstrating a Sharingan technique, Naruko watching intently. A surge of jealousy hit Naruto, irrational, but potent. Sakura noticed. You really care about her, huh? More than a brother should, maybe? Naruto froze. What? No, Sakura, it's not. She held up a hand. I'm not blind, Naruto. The way you two act, it's obvious something's up. Just be careful. Her words struck like a kunai. Naruto's face paled, guilt crashing over him. You don't understand, he muttered, but she had planted doubt. The patrol uncovered minor bandit activity, easily dispatched. Naruko's chains restrained them, Naruto's clones overwhelmed. But during the fight, Naruko shielded Naruto from a stray shuriken, taking a minor scratch. Naruko! Naruto yelled, rushing to her side. I'm fine, she insisted, but he hovered protectively. Sasuke raised an eyebrow. Overprotective much? Back in the village, debriefing with Tsunade was brief. Good job. Enjoy the downtime, your folks will be home soon. As they dispersed, Sakura pulled Naruko aside. Naruto's been weird. If there's something between you two, I won't judge, but talk to me. Naruko's heart raced. Nothing's going on. She lied, but the suspicion weighed heavy. Sasuke lingered with Naruto. Whatever's eating you, sort it out. Distractions get people killed. Naruto nodded, but internally turmoil raged. Walking home, the twins were silent until the door shut. They know, Naruko said, voice trembling. Or suspect. Naruto pulled her into a hug. Doesn't matter. I love you, more than anything. Sibling, lover, whatever. I can't stop. Tears welled in her eyes. Me too. But what if parents find out? The village? We'll hide it. Or face it together. His words were brave, but fear lingered. The afternoon was spent training lightly, channeling emotions into jutsu. But spars turned intimate, pins leading to kisses, hidden in the backyard. Evening brought resolution. Dinner was ramen, comfort food, eaten in candlelight. This has been the best, and worst, month, Naruko admitted. Best because of us. Naruto agreed, taking her hand. Let's make tonight count. They moved to the bedroom, the air thick with anticipation. Naruko pushed him onto the bed, straddling him with purpose. Her cheeks burned crimson, blue eyes misty with a haze of desire and emotion. I want you completely, she whispered, voice trembling, body already aching with wetness. Naruto's face flushed red, eyes darkening with lust, hands gripping her thighs. Me too, he breathed, pulling off her shirt to reveal her curves, cupping her chest and teasing nipples with thumbs. She arched, moaning softly, the sound sending shivers through him. Kissing deeply, tongues exploring, they shed clothes slowly, preludes of touches, fingers tracing sensitive skin. Naruko's hand wrapped around his throbbing length, stroking firmly, feeling him pulse. he groaned, fingers slipping between her legs, circling her soft peak before dipping inside. She gasped, hips bucking, pleasure clouding her mind, waves building from his skilled touch. "You're so wet," he murmured huskily, voice rough with arousal. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. The next day, normalcy attempted. Village errands, shopping, helping civilians. But touches lingered. Hands brushing in crowds, secret smiles. Friends noticed more. At lunch with the team, Ino joked. "You two are glued at the hip. Get a room!" Laughter ensued, but Sakura's eyes were knowing, Sasuke's suspicious. "Seriously, what's up?" Sakura asked privately. Naruto deflected. "Just excited for parents. Afternoon mission prep, solo tasks." Naruto scouted, Naruko trained. Separation amplified longing. Reunited home, passion reignited. In the kitchen, Naruko bent over the counter, accidentally, brushing against him. "Oops," she purred, cheeks pink, eyes glazed with teasing desire. Naruto pressed behind her, hands on hips, hardness evident. Kissing her neck, he slipped a hand under her shorts, fingers teasing her heat. She moaned, pushing back, stroking him through pants. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Nights blurred into passion. Stargazing turned intimate. On the roof, under blankets, Naruko shifted on top of him slowly. Face flushed, eyes misty, thoughts, out here, risky, exciting. Naruto's hands guided her hips, feeling her warmth. "Love you," he moaned, mind blank with ecstasy. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Midweek, a false alarm, rumor of parents' early return. Panic led to discussion. We continue in secret. Final days, intensified bonds. A joint spar with friends, where their synergy shone, but closeness raised brows. Sakura confronted. "I know. And it's okay if you're happy. But careful." Naruto hugged her as a friend. "Thanks." Home, relief-fueled finale. In bed, full exploration, mutual teasing, hands and mouths everywhere, building to shared release. Emotional peaks, confessions mid-touch, tears of joy. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Parents' return loomed. They cleaned, hid traces, vowed secrecy. But the climax had forged unbreakable love, desires sated, for now. As the door knocked, Minato and Kushina home, the twins shared a final secret glance. The game changed, but their bond endured. Guys, please don't forget to hit that like button and drop a comment if you enjoyed it. It means the world to me and gives me a huge boost of motivation. Your support keeps me going. The front door of the Uzumaki home swung open with a familiar creak, and the voices of Minato and Kushina filled the house like sunlight after a long storm. "We're home!" Kushina called out, her energetic tone unmistakable. Minato followed, carrying their travel bags, a tired but content smile on his face. Naruto and Naruko, who had been sitting on the couch pretending to read mission reports, jumped up simultaneously. The past month, their month, felt like a dream now colliding with reality. They exchanged a quick, loaded glance before rushing to greet their parents. "Mom! Dad!" Naruto shouted, pulling Kushina into a bear hug. Naruko did the same with Minato, burying her face in his shoulder to hide the flush creeping up her neck. Kushina laughed, ruffling Naruto's hair. "Look at you two! Not a single explosion or missing wall? I'm impressed, Dadabane." Minato chuckled, setting the bags down. "We heard from Tsunade you handled things well. Proud of you both." The family settled into the living room, stories exchanged over tea and snacks Kushina had brought from the road. The summit had been successful, alliances strengthened, threats neutralized. But as the conversation flowed, Naruto felt Naruko's foot brush his under the table, a subtle reminder that nothing had truly returned to normal. That night, after hugs and goodnights, the house quieted. Naruto lay in his bed, staring at the ceiling. The room felt too empty without her. He missed the warmth, the whispers, the way her body fit against his. Guilt twisted in his gut. Parents were home now. This was supposed to end. A soft knock on his door. Naruko slipped in, closing it silently behind her. She wore her sleep shorts and tank top, hair loose. Moonlight from the window illuminated her figure. "Can't sleep?" she whispered, climbing onto the bed. He pulled her close without a word. "I thought we had to stop." She buried her face in his neck. "I know. But just tonight? One last time before we figure out how to hide this." The words hung heavy. They both knew it wouldn't be the last. Naruko's heart pounded as she straddled him under the covers, careful to keep quiet. Her cheeks burned with a mix of shame and excitement. Parents just down the hall. Naruto's hands slid up her thighs, gripping her hips, his face flushed in the dim light. "Shh," he breathed, pulling her down for a deep, slow kiss. Tongues met softly, muffled moans swallowed. She ground against him subtly, heat building between them. His fingers slipped under the waistband, finding her warmth, circling her soft peak gently. She bit her lip to stifle a whimper, body trembling, pleasure sharp and forbidden. "So quiet, sis," he teased huskily, voice barely audible. He pushed fingers inside, curling slowly. Her hips rocked, eyes glazing over, mind blanking to everything but sensation. Naruko reached down, freeing him, stroking his throbbing length with trembling fingers. He groaned softly, guiding himself to her entrance. Slow, careful push, her tightness enveloping him inch by inch. Both froze at a creak from the hallway, hearts racing. When silence returned, he thrust gently, shallow at first. She muffled moans against his shoulder, nails digging into his back. Pace built, quiet, controlled, intense. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Morning came too soon. Breakfast was family time, pancakes, laughter, stories. Kushina eyed them curiously. "You two seem closer than ever. Good thing?" Naruko forced a smile. "Yeah, Mom. Just missed you." Naruto nodded, avoiding eye contact. The normalcy felt fragile, like glass about to shatter. Days blurred into careful routine. Training with Team 7, missions, village life. But stolen moments persisted. Quick kisses in empty hallways, hands brushing during spars, late-night visits when parents slept. Friends noticed the change. At Ichiraku, Sakura cornered them. "You two are acting weird again." Sneaky glances, disappearing together. Naruto laughed it off. "Twin stuff." But Sakura wasn't convinced. Sasuke watched silently, suspicion in his eyes. One afternoon, during a group training session, tension peaked. Naruto and Naruko sparred against Sakura and Sasuke. Their synergy was flawless, chains and clones coordinating perfectly. But a close pin, Naruto holding Naruko down, lingered too long, eyes locking with unspoken heat. Sakura whistled. "Damn, that was intense. Almost looked intimate." Naruko blushed furiously. "Just good teamwork." Later, alone in the woods after training, they couldn't hold back. Hidden behind trees, Naruko pushed Naruto against a trunk. "We said we'd stop," she whispered, but her hands were already under his shirt, tracing abs. Naruto groaned, hands cupping her ass, lifting her legs around his waist. "Quick and quiet," he agreed, mind foggy with lust. He pulled her shorts aside, rubbing against her heat. "Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon." The secrecy weighed heavier. Kushina started asking questions. "You two stay up late talking? House seems different." Minato noticed too. "Everything alright between you?" They nodded, but cracks showed. One night, after parents retired early, Naruko snuck in again. This time slower, more emotional. She shifted on top of him gently under blankets, faces close. "I love you," she whispered, tears in eyes. Naruto's hands on her chest, thumbs teasing nipples. Love you too, more than anything, he replied, voice cracking. They moved together, deep and controlled, her moans soft, his groans muffled. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. Weeks passed. Parents reintegrated, life normalized on surface. But twins adapted, late-night training, sessions, hidden notes, stolen weekends when family was away. A turning point came during a family dinner. Kushina announced a long-term mission for her and Minato. Village duties would keep them busy often. Naruto and Naruko exchanged glances. Opportunity. That night, celebration in secret. In Naruto's room, full passion unleashed, knowing privacy for hours. Naruko on top, shifting hard. Face scarlet, eyes misty, thoughts, finally, no rush. Naruto's hands everywhere, ass, chest, soft peak. My perfect sister, he growled, flipping her for missionary. Deep thrusts, eye contact intense. Want the full uncensored 18+ scene? Only $4 on Patreon. After lying tangled. This is us now, Naruko said. Secret but real. Naruto kissed her forehead. Forever. External world intruded. Sakura confessed lingering feelings, but accepted friendship. Sasuke hinted knowledge but said nothing. Village rumors died down. The twins learned balance, ninja duties, family love, secret passion. Guilt lessened, replaced by acceptance. As months passed, their bond deepened, stronger for the trials. Forbidden became their truth, hidden in plain sight. The story of the Uzumaki twins continued, not ending, but evolving. Temptation no longer mornings alone, but every stolen moment cherished.